Hi guys, welcome to Mindful Life. If you stick with us, we will make you healthy. I'm joined here today by John Volinakis. John is a personal trainer and he's going to talk to us today about fitness and health. Hi John.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you very much. So tell me so you're a personal trainer?
Yep.
And what are some of the problems that you find in our community these days in terms of being fit and healthy?
Oh, the obesity crisis is, it's I think it's 60% of people in Australia are overweight. So there's a huge, it's a huge issue, but it's also whatever message we're sending out there, obviously it's not getting through, or the information we're sending out is wrong, or the information is not, they're just not understanding it and how to configure it. I think a lot of people, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and a lot of people getting on the bandwagon, making money from it, and which is escalating the problem as it is as well. And you can tell it's not a lifestyle thing because if you look at the stats again, obesity for even men over 45 years old, it climbs up to 80%.
Oh, wow.
So it's telling you that somewhere along the line we're just getting, so it's not a lifestyle, we're not making lifestyle choices, and it's not normal. It's not our normal, it's not accepted, and it's not normal. It's not what you would put in inverted commas as normal, as normal life. Like if you go out somewhere and you drink 8 bottles of wine and you got a big beer gut, it's like a badge of honour in Australia. It's actually more expected or accepted than if someone was talking to you at a party and you said, look, I'm getting up tomorrow morning, going for a walk on the beach or for a surf at 5 a.m, they look at you like you're an alien, So it's not as accepted as the drinking culture, eating culture. So you can tell it's an ongoing problem, and that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, that is very true. First of all, it's a lot of information, but people just don't take it into account. And as you say, it's a culture thing as well.
It's a culture thing, a lot of misinformation. So that's where you see all the detox diets and all these diets are going out there because it's a quick fix and it's a quick anything, So, and it's about the food. We're making it about the food when it's not about the food. It's about the person. If we start making it about the person, if we start looking after our metabolisms, if we start understanding how the body works, then we might be able to progress ahead.
So how do you think we can get that message that you've just said to me across to the nation and have them actually implement this into their lives?
Look, it's education. I think we have to start from the ground roots. Definitely to understand, to not have a fear of food. We're creating a fear of food in our community. If we look at the French paradox, as they say, is they don't fear food, but they eat all types of food. We're sitting there telling people this is bad, this is good. There's no such thing as good food or bad food. It's our view towards it. Is what's gonna. It's if you have an anxiety towards anything or any stress associated with something, it's gonna have a negative reaction. So if you look in France, they'll have their little muffins, they'll have their wine, and they don't have an obesity problem, nowhere near as much as we have anyway. So it's a lifestyle thing, but it's also they enjoy it, and I call it mindful eating. Just be mindful. When you're mindful and you actually savor the food that you're eating, you actually come from a place of if you go backwards, I always say it's an inside-out transformation. Whenever I do body transformation, I see someone who's overweight, we work from the inside out, and what that means is that first of all, you have to have some sort of appreciation or honour yourself or love yourself or respect who you are right now, and then you can move forward from there. Because when you do that, then you'll do the right thing to yourself, So it's a little bit like, whenever someone has a baby in it's unconditional love, right? So you have a baby for the first time, you're holding your hands, and there's this overwhelming unconditional love, as they call it, and the mother straight away will start breastfeeding. Doesn't matter how inconvenient she is from it, she knows it's the best thing for her baby because she loves her baby. Now, if you started treating yourself like that, and even if she goes on to formula, we look for the best formula, we want to make sure the baby's right. We don't put a Mars bar in a blender and mix it up and give it to the baby to stop it from crying. So it's coming from a different place. So when you start coming from a different place, you'll start doing the right thing by your body. It's not a choice anymore.
That's very interesting. So, in what relation do you think, in terms of healthy eating and exercise, what part is exercise of this whole solution?
Exercise is huge, If it's just the way it makes you feel, So if everyone has this thing. Sometimes they don't enjoy while they're doing it, but at the end of it, they go, "Geez, I just feel so good." So that's your body. I always say the way you feel is everything. So, and that's your body telling you something. So we need to move, you know. And as we're getting older and older, a lot of the diseases we're having is because we're not moving enough. We're not eating the right foods, fair enough, but we're not moving enough. We're not moving our exercise. If you look at photos of people in their 20s, in 1920s, 30s, 40s, everyone was slim. Very hard to find an obese people in those old photos. And that's because our work also was a lot more active, you know, so we moved a lot more. And so exercise, even from a mental health perspective, it is, you know, it's been proved that it just increases your mental health and the way you feel, and with anxiety and all those types of issues that we're having, you know, depression, and, you know, so being active is, and it's also range of motion, you know, so as you get older we lose our range of motion, so we can't move as well, we can't do the simple things we used to do, and that's because we're living a lifestyle that where we're sitting on a couch, we've got remote controls, we've got computers, we don't have to do as many things. Then we complain about bad backs, we complain about, you know, we can't move, we can't do this, we can't do that, but we don't exercise. And your exercise, it's not only important to exercise, but also it's important what type of exercise you do, you know. And the number one thing that you should always look for is metabolism. Is it increasing your metabolism or is it decreasing it? You know, if it's causing metabolic damage, then you're doing the wrong thing. If it's increasing your metabolism, then you're on the right track, you know. And that goes hand in hand with diet or food choices.
Fantastic. Guys, so in our next video we will talk to John about how he's going to use his expertise to work with Mindful Life to get us all fit and healthy. So make sure you watch the next video and visit our website www.mindfullife.org.au. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.